Welcome back to episode 12 of the Is Yours Gold podcast, where Harry and I discuss all things Arsenal. Just me today, but before we get into today's episode, make sure you check out all our social medias in the description, all our AFC Elite channels, and Harry and I personal content as well. Check that out, people. But people, I'm gassed, man. I'm so gassed. We're a changed side. I feel like we've gone up a new level this season and we are on fire. We're moving different. It feels like we're actually flexing now. It feels like other teams, they know we're good. They knew we were good, but it feels like we're starting to believe we're good. We're starting to believe we belong at the elite level. And this week so far, it's been crazy. Starting off with the North London derby, our rivals, Tottenham. Big history, big battles. And after the international break, that 2-2 against Sunderland, we needed to come back because that last minute, that Brian Robbie, however you pronounce his name, that last minute goal to make it 2-2, that sunk me, that I didn't have a good feeling. But we're back, man. We're here. And the North London derby, let's just get into it. The lineup was good. It was the best from what we had. Hincapié coming in because Gabriel got injured. And I was just feeling good. Just look at that depth, by the way. Hincapié coming in for Gabriel. Back then, we used to have Callum Chambers, Rob Holding, Gabriel Paulista. No disrespect to those people, but the levels have gone up. And yeah, we got into the game. And the tifo, by the way, the tifo was absolutely incredible. Last time we got cooked on social media, even us own fans, we cooked the club because the tifo, it was a disgrace, man. How can you just put up a solid red square with a cannon on it? Are you taking a mick? But this is what we mean about getting the fans involved. This is why we want the fans to be involved, because we're just so creative. If the ownership lets the fans dictate some things, it's just going to make us feel united as a club. And that tifo was brilliant. So you had Sol Campbell flexing his arms up at the top. TT, Thierry Henry, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard. You had Tony Adams on there. It's just brilliant tifo, man. And like I was saying, I was so happy with the starting lineup. Look at our bench. Our bench was good. And we was missing, the Kai Havertz of this world, the Gyökereses, still players missing. But it was an electric start. Let's just get into it, man. Rice nearly scored straight away. Ball over the top, a volley, straight at Vicario. But that could have put us 1-0 up within what? It was within the first 5 minutes. It felt like that. It was so early. But it was just a dominant first half. And we came out of the blocks with a point to prove, with a bit of a chip on our shoulder from the Sunderland game. And we really foot was on the gas, people. We came out we wanted to destroy Tottenham. I saw apparently a quote that came out from Declan Rice. He said, "Let's kill them." I think that might have been in the second half. But guys, we're not messing this season. Every player, we know the objective. We're not just here to win games. We're here to win trophies. It's about time. Let's just do it. And that's the mentality we had. Trossard putting us through. Let's just speak about Leandro Trossard for a minute. This guy's been playing out of his skin, man. Recently picked up an injury, so not looking good, but he's been playing out of his skin this season. In previous seasons, he'd start, not really make the biggest impacts, pop up with the odd goal here and there. He's always been able to score, but for us fans, it's been about the performances. I've never seen consistent performances up until this season. Now he's really putting in that shift. He's taking on players. He's making these little smart passes. He's always been two-footed, but I feel like he's taken that to another level. These intricate pieces of play, his decision-making has been top tier. His output, it's just gone up levels this season. And this is why he's made the starting left wing position his own this season. And it's been fun. It's funny because we thought this was a guy that was potentially leaving. He's linked with a few Premier League clubs. He had that last minute link with Besiktas during the summer window heading into pre-season. I thought this guy could be out, but he's here. He's made the impact. I believe we got him for 27 million. Just a bargain. Can you imagine? We nearly signed Mudryk over him. Crazy. Shout out the recruitment for that one. But yeah, just a dominant first half. You had Trossard putting away a chance. Eze, bro, like Eze, hat trick. Just crazy. That goal, it's his first goal. It was so tight the way he worked it through. Do you understand? One, two, three players. I thought he lost the ball. Then he manages to poke out a shot. He ends up beating Vicario. Like the celebration, bro, it's just straight up aura, man. Like no glaze. He really is. I feel like he's coming into his own, and I'm just so glad we signed him because had it not been for the Havertz injury, I don't know if Eze is at this club. I think he's actually playing for Spurs. It's so funny because that's how tight the margins are. You know, the manager speaks about tight margins on the field, but how about off the field? Off the field is tight margins, and without Eze, like that's 3 goals taken away today. Do you understand? That's how good he was. We ended up finishing that first half with zero point 0.4 XG to zero point 0.0. Absolutely nullified them. They had nothing. They did absolutely nothing in that first half. Yeah, we were just brilliant as usual. Moving on to the second half, Eberechi Eze again, man. Beautiful goal. Just shifts it onto his right foot. The finish right in the corner. Just tucks it away. That's game done, by the way. Game done. No chance from that. Do you understand? Then Zubimendi goes on to get caught. Brilliant finish by Richarlison, by the way. Lobs Raya. I don't know why Raya's looking like a starfish. Do you understand? Like, save it. But yeah, I guess I was unlucky. But I don't know, like with Raya, I don't know, what is it with getting lobbed and like these overhead goals? Has he got short arms? Like I'm trying to figure it out. I don't understand what it is because like we've seen this in the Champions League. The guy's been lobbed. It gets lobbed quite a bit, you know. I don't know if he got short arms or I don't know. I know he's not the tallest goalkeeper. I think he's like maybe 6 foot on the dot, but who knows? But yeah, and also what is it with midfielders getting caught up on the ball in North London derbies? You saw Jorginho do it in the 2-2. Do you understand? Not long ago, a couple seasons ago. What is it? Is it a defensive midfielder thing? I don't know, people. But usually Zubimendi's safe in possession. He got caught out there. But listen, I'm not going to grill him because this guy's been levels, do you understand? We speak about Thomas Partey and what he did, but Zubimendi, he's been levels for me. And the difference is between him and Partey is that he's available. Partey, how many times is he injured? How many games, you know, we go into it, oh, no Thomas Partey, so we're all worried. Zubimendi, you know, so far, he's been there, he's been available. And what I like about him, he has that tenacity. He has that tenacity about his game where he loves to win the ball back and he's a dictator. He controls the game. His range of passing, his vision is actually unreal. And I think it's a Spanish midfielder thing. It's where like they do these smart fouls where, you know, they stop game of play. They stop the game of play, but because they look so sort of, they've got this innocent look about them, they manage to get away with it without hardly getting a booking. You think of Rodri, you think of Busquets, you think of all these people who did these smart fouls, these Spanish midfielders. I'm telling you, it's in the genes and they do it at an elite level. But yeah, as a hat trick, like, honestly, it was just so fitting, man. Because you had people like Thomas Frank, you know, who's Eze. You know him now, blood. You know who Eberechi Eze is now. You know who he is now. Don't ever ask who he is again because he dunks on your head top, brother. On your head top. How does it feel? Don't ever ask that question again. But North London is red as usual. The world's still spinning. Life hasn't changed, you know. Life hasn't changed. North London's still red. Shout out Trossard, shout out Eze, Rice, Marino, Saka. Yeah, man. Guys, you should be worried. I'm not gloating. I know my team. Yeah, Harry will say the same thing when he comes on here. He'll back me up. We know our team. We watch this week in, week out. You guys should be worried because the consistency, the consistency is off the charts, and the level that we're maintaining, the level we're playing at. You just look at the rotation off the ball, on the ball. I saw sort of James from the Gooniverse. He sort of said the way how we set up, we usually go man for man, and it's true. But in this game, we were so much flexible. Like, we weren't worried about going man for man. We actually, usually when we set up man for man, we're worried about the midfield, and we usually try to keep them in that same position. However, now we've got so much rotation on the ball and off the ball. We let Duran Timber press up quite high. He's able to press up because Tottenham, they set up in a five at the back, that wing back formation. We let Urin Timber be aggressive and Zubamendi cover for his role. That's the sort of rotation we got going on, people. But yeah, it's just an impressive performance. Shout out the manager, shout out the coaching staff for that one. I'm really, really just happy. Then moving on to what we've got. Bayern Munich. I mean, just like, can you imagine? North London derby, 3 days later, Bayern Munich, best team in the world. We don't get a break, people. We don't get a break, but this is why squad depth is so important, because look at these games, man. It's tough. Back to back, good competition. I wouldn't call Spurs elite, but yeah, 2 tough games. Going into Bayern Munich, 17 out of their last 18 games, they literally won. They won them all. I think they only drew one. So going into this, they were undefeated. They were literally joint top as well with us in the Champions League group stage. So in my opinion, like, you're thinking like, okay, these are the 2 highest ranked teams in the Champions League. The 2 teams at the top of the table. This gonna be a game, do you understand? But in the back of my mind, like, I felt this game was like, I didn't feel like it was that deep if we lost. I know it's crazy to say, people, but like, we have Chelsea literally coming up right around the corner, and we're going to do a match reaction for that, a preview for that one in a separate video. But yeah, Tottenham, Bayern Munich, Chelsea in like a week. Crazy. But yeah, like I said, 17 out of 18 games, Bayern Munich won. They got world-class players. Elise, Kane, this new guy, this Carl, 17-year-old, who's rising up on the block, like, really promising players. And Mikel Arteta said it himself, they're the best team in Europe. I generally believe Bayern Munich, as we speak, with Arsenal, we're the best team in Europe. And we saw that, Timber, Urin Timber, breaking the deadlock. And yeah, I mean, he must be one of the best right backs in the world right now, man. He's honestly, he's unbelievable. The consistency, the way he plays, he's hard to break down. He's hard to beat one-on-one. He's straight up clamps, and then on the ball as well. Like, he's got a good pass in him, That's what people don't understand about Timber's game. He's got a good pass, and he's very good in 1-2s, and he's very good at working in triangles. That sort of, that link-up play. He's very good. He's very physical. He's the same height as me, 5'10", but boy, can he jump. And you saw it in the first goal. Leapt up above everyone else to win the header. Another set piece, do you understand? Set piece again, ole, ole. That's how good we are. Yeah. But Bayern, unfortunately, hit back. We let them get back into the game. Carl, he gets the goal again to make it 1-1. And yeah, Bayern Munich leveled. Weren't looking good. I was worried. When Bayern Munich scored, I was generally worried. Yeah, so then we go in at half time, and I'm thinking, boy, this is the 2 best teams in the world. Now, I already knew that, but like, seeing it and knowing it are 2 different things. When you actually see it and you see how the game unfolded, you're looking at it and you're saying, these are 2 top teams. I can easily see this could be a Champions League final. Call me delusional, I don't care, but this could be a Champions League final. At the end of the day, last season, we got to the semi-final, no striker, yeah? Mikel Merino up top. So don't count out Arsenal. Don't count us out, man. We're here and, we're not playing. We're serious this time. Yeah, so second half, we get into the second half, and boy, the changes from the manager. Talk about impact substitutions, people. Ricardo Calafiori comes on. Bang. You heard it. Bang. Cross into the box. Noni Madueke. back again in the lead. Martinelli comes on, he scores that infamous goal where he gets in behind the back line. That is his signature goal. When Martinelli is in behind the back line, just wrap it up. It's over. It's generally over. No keeper is stopping him. He takes the ball. He goes around. What's his name? Neuer. He had an awful game, by the way. Absolute stinker. Guy, listen. You need to hang it up, buddy. Like, I don't know. You're like 50 years old. Like, just hang it up, bro. You've had a brilliant career, one of the goats of this generation. But wrap it up, buddy. Like, you're too old for this, man. Just please, just pack it in. Anyway, yeah, Martinelli's signature goal and that, brilliant again. This is what I mean about the squad depth. We haven't even got all our players in, but look at the impact. We haven't even got all the players here. Some of them are still injured, but look at the impact we're making. Martinelli with the goal, getting him behind, he's brilliant. That pace, that's the one thing I love about Martinelli, what I think we lack. We lack that raw pace. I think apart from, I mean, in the attacking sense, I mean, because our defenders are actually quite fast. Like Timber, quite pacey. Hincapie, I know he's quick. He's definitely quick. Saliba, not a slouch at all. Who else have we got? Who else? Ben White, I think he's decent. But like, our defenders, Califury, they're not too slow anyway. But in the attack, attackers ain't that fast. Like Saka's not exceptionally quick. But I feel like Martinelli's the one with the electric pace, and Madueke, those two are very, very quick. Do you understand? And that's what I love about him. He's direct. He's got pace. He's generally a threat off the bench. And when you've got tired legs, this guy knows how to find the back of the net. He did it against Madrid. He's done it so many times. And Martinelli's actually having a very, very good season. Like, he's going under the radar, Under the radar. He's having a good season. And if he keeps this up, like, boy, I don't know what we do with him. Like, maybe we just keep bringing him on and off the bench. Let's just keep him. Let's just see where things go. But shout out the manager, man. Shout out the changes that he made. The subs that came on, they changed the game. They won us the game. That second half of football was absolutely sublime. I think we controlled it. Bayern Munich didn't have a sniff. Harry Kane locked up, by the way. Ghost. Where was he? I don't know. Where was he? Shout out Mosquera as well. Shout out Saliba. Mosquera hadn't started in a while, do you understand? Because Gabriel Saliba were playing. Hincapie got the start in the North London derby. Mosquera comes in, brilliant performance as usual. £13 million, by the way, bargain. Saliba as well, locked up Kane. Shout out Zubimendi, showing the levels. Yeah, I'm so impressed with our approach to this season. And when we lost to Liverpool, I don't know, I had it in the back of my mind, like, I didn't think we'd collapse because we've never shown sign of I didn't think we would collapse because we've never showed signs of collapsing, finishing second 3 seasons in a row. We never collapsed to a certain extent, but I just thought maybe we could let in a couple of bad results after the Liverpool one. Like, I knew we had to respond, and boy, have we responded. I'm so impressed with the team, the management, the staff. I'm really proud. But listen, let's not get too excited. We must stay humble. We've got Chelsea coming up, Stamford Bridge, 4:30 kickoff. I will be doing a prediction for that one. Maybe Harry might join me. I don't know. We'll see. I will be doing a little preview on that one. First versus second. We got a 6-point gap, I believe, right now as it stands. But that can easily be shut down. 2 bad results and we're back in the dogfight. Let's keep the lead, extend the lead. Let's beat Chelsea, yeah? So, preview for that one coming out soon. Check out the social medias in the description. It's good to be back on here, Subscribe to the channel. We're out. Peace.